Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will talk about an introduction to signal, system, and signal processing. These days, in all real-time applications, we hear about use of signal, the operations on different types of signals, and signal processing. So in order to understand signals and systems and signal processing, this lecture aims to understand the definition of signal, system, and signal processing with the help of few examples. So let's understand what is signal. So as you can see, signal is a function or an entity that conveys some information about a phenomenon or an event. There is any event, there is any phenomenon which occurs, which will be always represented by certain entity or a function, which is referred as signal. For example, in telecommunications, where we communicate our voice, communicate our message over telephone lines. So in telecommunication, we can say signal at any time varying voltage, current or electromagnetic wave which carries information. Voice or any information that is carried by a signal, which is actually a time varying, this may be a time varying voltage, time varying current, or time varying electromagnetic wave. So here the electromagnetic voltage or the current is the signal which carries a useful or meaningful information related to the message which is being communicated in the telecommunication system. As you can see an interesting diagram here, a person is producing a voice, the speech, which is a signal here, which is a natural signal. But in the telecommunication, we know that the electrical signal or electronic signals are communicated. So what do? We use a transducer, which is a device that converts the sound signal, which is produced by the mouth, a human being, into an electronic signal or an electrical signal. And then there are certain electronic processing, electronic conditioning and signal processing circuits which are used to apply over the signal in order to make it appropriate for further stages. That is not the agenda of this discussion. What is important here is the signal. So after converting the signal from voice into electrical signal with the help of transducer, the signal is in another form called as electronic signal. Then it goes to transmitter, and transmitter transmits the signal, where the transmitted or modulated signal is radiated, and at the receiving end, the receiver receives the signal, which is the received signal, and that received signal is electromagnetic wave. And then again, as we have used electronic processors, similarly, we have to use some electronic processors or circuits at the receiving end so that we can restore the signal. And then finally, using the transducer, the electronic signal which has been processed, received and processed, that can be converted back into the voice signal. So here this diagram gives an idea that what is signal and how signal flows from one end to other end, and there are different types of operations which are performed. But the main thing which we wanted to understand in this slide is what is signal. So signal is an entity. Signal is a function that carries some meaningful information in any application. There are some examples, like examples include images, any image which we see, any picture. If you talk about image which consists of brightness or color levels or gray scale levels. So the image is the function of 2D locations. When you draw a picture, when you capture an image, the image consists of number of pixels. Each pixel has certain 2D location, two-dimensional location, and it has certain brightness value. So it's a function of grayscale values and the 2D locations. So therefore, it's an example of signal which carries the meaningful information that there is one information which is being represented with the help of image or a picture. Let us see another example. Here we can see a picture, but when we see this picture, how this picture is formed with the help of number of pixels with suitable values of grayscale values. Second example of signal is video. Video is actually moving image. So video is nothing but sequence of images. There are frames of still images and they come together as a moving image. We call that image as a sequence of images as videos. So this is one example where we understand YouTube. When you go to YouTube, watch any videos, that video is also an example of signal which carries some meaningful information with it. Then comes sound. I was telling you the example in telecommunication system, our voice. So sound is a signal. This may be any type of sound which is produced by, instrument or a human being or animal or plants, whatever. But sound is basically a vibration of a medium such as air, or in any medium. There is a vibration, or there is some kind of pressure which is associated with the sound signal. As we can see, the first example, some wave is coming near to our ear. So that wave applies certain pressure to our ear, and inside the ear there is an eardrum. So that pressure, which is actually a vibration, it strikes the eardrum and we feel certain kind of sound. So therefore, the sound is example of signal. Another example is biomedical signal. Biomedical or biological signals. There are different types of biomedical signals which we capture from human body or different animals, like EEG signal, ECG signal, MRI signal. So we can see here one example. Brain is there, and from brain there are different kind of waves which are called as alpha, beta, gamma, theta, beta, which are the biomedical signals used in brain signal study and study of human brain, study of different abilities of human brain, cognitive ability of human brain, and so on. So what is important here, that is these waves which are recorded, which are produced by human brain, which are recorded using certain equipment, EEG recorder, convey certain kind of information from human brain. And therefore, this is also an example of signal. So after defining signal and knowing about few examples, let's understand what is system. So as we can see the definition, system is a group of interacting or interrelated elements or components that act according to set of rules to form a unified whole. Meaning is very simple. A system is nothing but a set of components, a group of components, the group of components which are interacting, which are working in interaction, in coordination with each other in order to perform a certain task. Of course, following certain set of rules. We can also say that collection of components interacting with each other in order to achieve a desired goal is called as a system. As you can see, the structure of human brain, where this is a frontal lobe, this is parietal lobe, this is occipital lobe, this is temporal lobe. So you can see that parietal lobe is associated with touch, occipital lobe is related with sight. So human brain has a number of lobes, number of components, but they're all working together. Like if we see something with the help of our human eyes, that is through occipital lobe. But how do we understand we are seeing a natural scene or a person or any other object? Because it is connected with other part of human brain, which is connected to the optical nerve and other areas. So therefore, all the components work in coordination, work in interaction in order to achieve Something we are seeing, something we are watching. We have to understand what we are watching. So the entire brain has to work in coordination. It means the all components of brain have to work together. So we can say human brain is an example of system. We can also say human body is an example of system. We can say computer is an example of system. Computer has a number of components. It's not a single component, but it has a number of components. So in any system, sorry, in any system, there will be minimum one input signal. Like in the human brain, we see something, we hear something. So that is an input. When we hear something, we act upon what we hear. We act upon what we see. So that is our output. So minimum number of output in any system is 1, and minimum number of input will be always 1. So there is some input or there are some inputs. There is some output or there will be some set of outputs. And what is important between or connecting input and output is system. Say computer, you give some certain command through keyboard. So computer does perform certain tasks. So the output which you see as a task is the output. The command which you enter is the input. But actually the command which is executed and the task is performed is by the computer. So it has set up operations, set up processing elements inside it. And that is called as a system that modifies, that performs certain operations over the input signal, and you get certain kind of output signal. So this is about system. So system is nothing but, let's recapitulate, a collection of components working in coordination, interacting with each other in order to perform certain tasks or a desired goal. System can also be defined as an entity that manipulates one or more signals to accomplish a function producing new signal. It means there may be one input, there may be multiple inputs which are manipulated, which can be modified by the system, and will get certain kind of modified output, changed output, transformed output, which is the output of system. There are some examples which are here in this slide of system, like communication system. Communication system is not a single component. It comprises of transmitter, receiver. When we talk about transmitter, it again comprises of number of components. There is a sound recording system, there is a voice recording system, there are electronic systems, there are different transducers, there are different antennas, transmitters, there are transistors, different types of components are there. So it's not a single component, but there are multiple components which are there in a system called as communication system. Control system, you are performing certain kind of control task. Remote sensing system, we are capturing remotely sensed data and we are performing certain operation. Biomedical system, I was talking about biomedical system. You capture the EEG signal from human brain. Based on EEG signal, certain kind of operation can be performed, like study of human brain, study of psychological impact, study of different impacts on human brain based on EEG signal. So the signal is subjected to certain operations. Signal is given as input to a system. The system performs a number of operations and we get finally certain kind of output. That output may be a decision, that output may be a command, that output may be a representation, and so on. Let's understand, let's see some examples of systems like communication system. You see here, as we talked about in communication system, there are a number of components, like there is a transmitter setup and we have receiver setup. So when we say transmitter setup, you see information source, transducer and transmitter. Then the signal which is transmitted by the transmitter is subjected to channel, generally electromagnetic media or space provides the space for channel where the transmitted signal is received by the receiver. Again, output transducer is used and then it finally goes to the destination. These are the major blocks. But if you talk about transmitter, again, there will be hundreds of different components. If we talk about receiver, there will be hundreds of other components. So we can also say in the communication system, receiver itself is a system. Transmitter itself is an example of system. It comprises of many other components that work in coordination with each other in order to perform certain tasks. And the task is to transmit the signal properly, successfully. Biometric system. You might have seen this example as a popular example in the attendance monitoring system, attendance recording system, that you just put your fingertip and your attendance is recorded. So when your fingertip is put over the device, you can see here, the impression is recorded, the fingertip image is recorded, and then it goes to the system of biometric, where it identifies who is the person who is putting the fingerprint, and his name or her name is recorded and the attendance is registered. So this is also a example of system. Human eye, human vision system is an example of system. Like it has retina, it has optical nerves, it has iris, lens, cornea, and each and every component has an important role to play. You can't ignore the role of importance of a component. Like lens is there, which allows a proper amount of exposure. Like iris is also there, that allows certain amount of exposure. Lens provides focusing, and ultimately it strikes here, and then whatever impression is created near the foveal area, that goes through the optical nerves, and the impression which is red, that goes to the brain through optical nerves, and we know that something we are able to see with the help of our human eye. So what I'm trying to make a point is, human eye is an example of system. It has a number of components. All the components are important components. They work in coordination in order to perform certain tasks. What is task here? To see certain object and to understand also. Control system, like this is a control system used in a plant. Certain kind of operation is performed over the input in the plant, but we want to modify. We don't want this output as a desired output. So we can have the feedback system is a closed loop system. We can modify the output, again can subject it as an input and modify the output until we receive the desired output. So there are examples like robotics. In robotics, different controlling operations are performed, robotic tasks. Robots are used in manufacturing, automated operations, in clinical applications, in healthcare applications for controlling different operations. So this is also an example of system where the system performs certain kind of control operations or controlling tasks. Now, after discussing about signal, system, and then we are going to talk about signal processing briefly, because when signal is there, signal is subjected to system. What happens inside the system? Certain kind of processing. So what is that signal processing? The signal processing is used to focus, or it is this focuses on analyzing, modifying, or synthesizing signals such as sound or images. The images can be analyzed, images can be modified, images can be synthesized, or other operations can be performed. Like here in the communication example, you see signal is changing its state into different states using a different kind of operations which are performed inside transducer, electronic processor. So whatever operation is performed over the signal, that operation is actually the processing. So we call it as signal processing. Signal processing techniques can be used to improve transmission, storage efficiency, subjective quality, and to also emphasize or detect components of interest in a measured signal. There are a number of the purposes of using signal processing. We can improve the quality of signal in communication system. If the signal is noisy, if the picture is noisy, we can remove the noise content from the image. We can improve the quality of the signal. We can improve the quality of the image. We can improve the quality of the picture. Storage efficiency. We can compress the signal without loss of any signal quality. So it means storage efficiency is also improved. You see huge amount of image, huge size or dimension of images transmitted over the communication media, the processing or the communication time will be very much. So what we can do, we can compress the data so that there is no loss, there is no much loss in the information, and the data is also communicated and delivered at the end of receiver. So there are different purposes of performing different kinds of operations called as signal processing. The applications of signal and system or signal processing are numerous. Few examples of applications are listed here, like speech recognition. On the basis of voice, you can recognize a person. Video streaming. In this age, there are huge applications of video streaming. YouTube and other applications of video streaming where we have online deliveries, online lectures, online recordings, and different applications of streaming. Medical imaging and diagnosis. In the modern diagnostic center, the medical images are recorded with the help of modern scanners and sensors, and those medical images are analyzed, diagnosed by the physicians with the help of computer and computer-aided diagnosis system. We have seen the application of this kind of signal processing very much during this pandemic time. Cellular network, you can optimize the performance of cellular network with the help of signal processing. We want to identify which is the optimal location for installing a tower for cellular network. Certain kind of signal processing operations are performed. Remote sensing applications, weather forecasting based on remotely sensed data, based on satellite imaging. We can predict the weather and help the farmers and other scientists. So again, the signals are captured, processing is performed, and we are using those signal and signal processing for performing certain tasks. Forensic applications for different criminal investigation and other purposes. And there are many more. There are so many examples of signal processing. So let's summarize what we have covered today. In this lecture, we have defined signal, system and signal processing, and we have also tried to understand the signal system and the application of signal as signal processing with the help of examples and the application areas where signal processing is used. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you.